Welcome back to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all your favorite Roblox movies. Today we are looking at Sleepover, made by Carver in 2016. Sleepover follows 5 friends at a sleepover, obviously. But I don't even know if they're friends because they spend the whole time practically bullying each other. Unrelated, but also hopefully I can find a new voice because this Australian voice annoys me, so please try ignoring it. Anyway, Sleepover is split into 3 parts, but I'm going to be covering all of them in the same video like I did with School Tragedy and the A Nightmare on Bradford series. How many people died when you have a sleepover with your toxic friends? Let's find out and get to the kills. The movie begins when a popular girl named Emily allows 4 friends into her house. The friends consist of Grace, Andy, Abby, and Leo. Emily immediately asks if Grace and Andy are dating, and they say no because they aren't about to expose their relationship. As they play Spin the Bottle, Emily lands on Abby, so they go to have a lesbian love session with each other. And it seems Grace and Andy aren't very supportive. Actually, your gross Grace ever thought about that? Emily notices Grace and Andy mocking them, so she forces Grace to spin next. She lands on Andy as you would expect, and when they kiss, Emily takes a photo of them. Later, they decide to play Truth or Dare, and when Emily asks Leo to hold his breath for 20 seconds, he passes out somehow. Grace calls Emily a horrible person and tries leaving, but Emily threatens her with a photo of her and Andy kissing. In response, she breaks Emily's phone as Leo wakes up. At night, Grace wakes up to the photo somehow being posted. It is then revealed to be Abby who posted it in revenge. In the morning, Grace wakes up and immediately goes to blaming Emily, and she starts suffocating her with a pillow. She goes so far the ordeal ends up murdering Emily as she suffocates to death under her pillow. Abby tries to attack Grace, but this annoying frat boy Andy blocks her and threatens to blame her for the murder. When Emily's parents get home, the 4 attack them and make their escape. At school, this red hat girl asks Abby where Emily is, and she makes the excuse, saying she's sick. Back at the house, Emily's mother wakes up and finds her daughter's body and forces the father to call the police. Andy then remembers that he left his hat at the house, and when the police come to the school, he blames the red hat girl, that annoying rat. Grace and Andy think that they are able to live happily ever after, but the police find out it wasn't the red hat girl. Emily's parents are obviously furious and get mad, so the mother makes up her own plan. While in science class, Emily makes a surprise entry. Wait a second, I thought she was dead. At lunch, Emily yells at everyone asking who killed her. See, even she thought she was dead. The red hat girl pays Leo to tell her, and when he answers, she says it was Andy instead because of the fact he blamed her. As revenge, Abby, red hat girl, Emily and others plan a live execution on Andy. But first, they freeze Grace so she can't do anything. They then finally dump Andy in a poisonous cauldron, killing him. I know this is supposed to be sad, but he kinda deserved it, not gonna lie. Then the plot twist is revealed. It turns out I was right. And that isn't Emily. It's actually her mother dressed as Emily so she could find out who the killer was. She then exits the movie, telling Abby and the red hat girl to enjoy their day. Grace thought isn't happy as she unfreezes and gets an explosive. The next day at school, everyone bullies Grace, but that's when she strikes.
Supernova.
From what I could tell, 5 people died in the explosion, including Leo. We aren't done yet because as the school collapses, the red hat girl's head is flung to the camera for one last kill. How many people died during this school of depression? Let's find out and get to the numbers. By my count, 8 people died in Sleepover, 1 short of the current champion Lockdown, also not including Abby because she managed to get away from psychotic Grace. The victims consist of 5 men and 3 women, which gives us this pie chart, and we haven't seen this number of kills yet, which is surprising. Exciting incineration goes to Andy. I mean, how could I not give it to the amazing kill I was waiting the whole movie for? Boring blood spill will have to go to Emily. It's not bad, but compared to a school explosion, it's definitely tame in comparison. And that's it. Sleepover was made in 2016 by the same childhood maker Carver. I will be back soon covering A Nightmare on Bradford 4, but also be looking out for something special happening in July. Until the next time, I'm an unknown person and this has been the Kill Count.